Hello Flab to Fabbers, I'm Paulo Bricado and today I'm coming to you from my second most favorite room in the house. The first being the bedroom naturally. So I'm coming to you from the kitchen today because I have a whole lot of items here that have to do with what we're going to talk about. And what are we talking about? We're talking about yogurt. In fact, I'm going to tell you the best yogurt to pick when trying to lose weight. So let's begin. Okay, so when deciding what yogurt to buy when you're at the supermarket, there's one very important factor that you have to take into consideration. And that's whether the yogurt has got added sugar or not. Okay, and these types of things are very simple to see by simply looking on the back of the yogurt at the nutritional information. All of this stuff is available on every single product, and this is what you look at when you want to pick your yogurt. Now, you normally measure it in per 100 grams. Now, when you are picking a yogurt, you want to pick a yogurt that has a carbohydrates and sugar content of less than 6 grams. Anything above that is most likely added sugar, which is not good for you and you don't want. So I'm going to tell you the first type of yogurt, which is the best yogurt to pick when you are yogurt shopping at the supermarket. And that yogurt is Greek yogurt. Okay, and I've got two examples over here. It's a 0% fat Greek yogurt and a normal Greek yogurt. Now, both of these are very good. Okay, both of them come in at 4 grams of carbohydrates, and all of which is the yogurt's natural sugar. So there's no added sugar in these yogurts, and it's really good for you. They're high in protein, and the fat content isn't too bad either. Now, that's the key thing. If there's no added sugar, this is a yogurt that you want. Okay, so this one here, the full fat Greek yogurt and the 0% fat Greek yogurt, the only difference between them is this one is made with full fat whole milk and this one is made with skim milk. Now, if you really are watching your weight, which you probably are, then I would recommend that you go with the 0% fat yogurt. Even though the one with fat is still nutritious for you, your main goal is weight loss, so you probably want to stick with the 0% Greek yogurt. And again, I just want to stress that if you look at the back, you will see that the carbohydrates and the sugars are 4 grams. That is very little, and that is exactly what you want when picking a yogurt. Next, what we're going to do is go through a bunch of other yogurts, and I'm going to show you and tell you what is on these labels, and you can see the difference between this healthy Greek yogurt and what's on these other normal yogurts that you normally buy at the supermarket. So let's go to those. Alright, so now in my hand I'm holding two Greek style yogurts, is the way they branded this thing. So the first one I've got is called the Greek style natural yogurt. So I had a look at the back. The carbohydrates and sugar content in this is 4.9 grams per 100, which is low and contains no added sugar either. So this is a good yogurt to buy. You're perfectly safe going with a yogurt like this. It's quite a high fat content though, so I would still stick with the original Greek yogurt, which has less fat and more protein. This one has more fat and less protein. That's not really the best combination of nutrients that you want. Try get the higher protein one with less fat. Then we have a little tricky guy. This one is called the Greek style yogurt with honey. Now immediately your alarm bells should be going off. You say, honey, that sounds sweet. So let's have a look at the back. And on the back it says, fat 8 grams, that's quite high. Carbohydrates 15 grams, of which sugars are 14 grams. So immediately you know that added sugar has been added to this because it's way over the 4 or 5 gram mark. And if you look at the ingredients, you'll see honey, brown sugar, rice starch. These are all extra things they've added to sweeten the yogurt, which has added to that carb going up, the carbohydrates increasing and the sugars increasing. So this will be one that you want to avoid. Even though it says Greek style, don't be fooled, it's a sugar yogurt. Okay, so next I'm looking at this yogurt called Strawberry Whole Grain. So now immediately if you're health conscious like me, you'll be thinking, whole grain, that's good for you. But let's look at the back. So at the back it says fat 2.8 grams, not bad. Carbohydrates 16 grams. Uh-oh, we've got a problem here, of which 14 grams are sugar. So you look at the ingredients and you see sugar, cereals, glucose, fructose syrup. No, you don't want that kind of thing in the yogurt that you're buying. Don't be fooled. Whole grain is just to throw you off to make you think it's healthy. It's got tons of added sugar, so you can toss that. Finally, I've got these two little yogurts that you normally pick up either for your kids or for yourself as a little snack for lunchtime. So let's have a look at the first guy. This is a standard supermarket low-fat strawberry flavored yogurt. Now, low-fat sounds good enough. Look at the back, and there you see carbohydrates 14 grams, of which sugar is 12. So you know you can't touch this because it's loaded with added sugar. So we go on to the next guy. Here I've got a yogurt called Shape, and it says 0% fat. Sounds good enough. Look at the back, carbohydrates, 7 grams, of which sugars 6.5 grams. So this one actually has low carbs as well, and it's low fat as well. So this is not a bad yogurt. But it is sweetened with artificial sweeteners, which aren't the greatest thing in the world. But if this is the only yogurt you can get to in the supermarket and they don't have Greek yogurt, something like this is still very good because the carbohydrate and sugar content is less than 7 grams and it's low fat. So it's not a bad alternative. But at the end of the day, the yogurt I'm going to recommend that you go for, if you have first choice, is either the 0% fat Greek yogurt, which is high in protein and that's good for you. If you can't find the 0% fat one, go for the full fat one. It's still only 4 grams of carbohydrates, so don't worry about the fat that's in it. What you need to focus on is not having a yogurt that has added sugar in, of which these two have none in. And these are the best bet. Now, Greek yogurt is a very plain tasting yogurt. It can be a bit creamy, but compared to the other sweetened yogurts, it's pretty plain. So I have created another video called 5 ways to make Greek yogurt taste better. And I will leave a link for that video in the bottom of this video in the description. So if you're looking for that video, you can find it there. If you found this video helpful, then please click the subscribe button, like the video, or share it with a friend. And I'm going to get into this last part of yogurt that's left because everything else is finished. See you next time. Bye.